Matri Namaha, our online community. Thank you for tuning in to our special Youth Day inspiration program. I'm joined today, as you can see, by our young, vibrant, beautiful youth leadership team from the Amman Mandir and the Narayana Bhajanai Mandiram. Guys, thanks for joining us and thanks for committing to share your journey with SKAM and HNBM and to inspire fellow youth out there. We know that today is a special day in the South African historical landscape. It's a mixed emotional day, feeling of jubilation, feelings of victory, feelings of detachment, feelings of sadness, etc. So we know that in 1976, during the Soweto uprising, many youth paid the ultimate price for the opportunities given to us today. And Shree, I would like to ask you, how do you feel we've benefited as youth today from the sacrifices made by our fallen brothers and sisters?
So they've given us the confidence and inspiration to speak and fight for what we believe is right as the youth of South Africa. And they've also allowed for us to get access to good quality education where we can learn in a language that is official in South Africa and one that we are all comfortable in.
That's excellent. So would you say that the sacrifices made has given youth today a voice in the community, and why is this voice so important to be had?
So yes, I do believe that it has given us a voice in the community because we are the future decision makers of the country, and also in our spiritual communities, our workplaces, academic
Spaces and so forth.
yes, and because we want to shape the world to what we want it to be, so our voices are important and should be important and loud and clear.
Wow. So Ishen, we know that in this modern world and in this modern day and life, there's many pressures faced by the community at large, but more especially youth, because you're exposed to stresses and pressures from the workspace, from the tertiary education space, from social media, etc. How does belonging to a spiritual organizations help you manage these stresses and pressures, combined with the duties and tasks that you have to perform within the organization?
Pressure, there's no doubt about that. But our gurus and our elders have taught us that pressure and all these challenges only lead us to growth. I personally take pressure and challenges, anything that comes as an obstacle, as a way to learn from it and to progress from it. That's my personal view, and I've learned that through SKAM, and I've put that into my daily life at home, in university, and so forth.
So what you're saying is one of the value adds of belonging to the organization is that you're able to not just apply skill sets spiritually, but even in day-to-day life, like dealing with relationships and studies and so forth and so on, right? So that's great. Look, following social media, and you guys have created a name for yourself. Obviously, the Amman Mandir goes back in the last 4 decades, the HNBM just over the last decade. So there's a lot of content on social media. From what I see, Dashanya, it's the arts and culture space that has given birth, or that's the foundation of the youth wing of the Shree Amman Mandir. So that's a very, based on what Ishen has said in terms of managing the balance and the pressure, how do you keep youth attracted to the organization or want to be a part of it all the time in terms of the arts and culture aspect of it?
Well, we have to round up and we have to let them know that they can take charge when they can, and having them empower to do certain things and stuff like that motivates them to come back and do that all the time. So in our case, we run our 2 biggest hamper drives, which is our Themedy hamper drive and our Adi Masam hamper drive. And it's been like the elderly people have stepped away from that. And us as the youth lead team have motivated it so much that on a day of packing hampers, we don't have no more like 5 youth. The youth team is the bigger team now. And
Wow.
well, we give them, there's lots of opportunity.
So I think that's the key word, right? I mean, we heard from Shree earlier on about the sacrifices made, and the opportunities that have been created. So here you're now saying that the elders of the organization is sort of creating this transition into a succession policy. Can you share some of that insight, Hishan, in terms of keeping this lasting legacy, and how will you take the organization forward?
Our gurus and our elders, I say that all the time, but our gurus and our elders have started the transition process with us by adapting or teaching us our cultures, our traditions, but not just to know it, but to love it. And yeah.
Okay, that's great. So you're learning all the front end stuff, right, about the tradition and the culture and the religion and the spiritual aspects, but you're also now involved in the back end operational stuff and the symbolic stuff. So you're able to identify and make sense of what you're doing. Shrees, can you share some of the work that SKAM and HNBM are doing, or what does it mean to you? What has it done for you in terms of understanding your culture better?
So personally, when I first started at SKAM, I knew nothing about the different gods or what the prayers were for, what like the symbolic meaning of the sour porridge during Adi. We used to call it sour porridge prayers, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not
And that's
called
what
that.
unique to you. Lots of people still call it that.
So when I came here, the gurus started explaining more about the prayers and stuff, and it keeps you drawn to the temple because now you understand why you're coming to temple to do the certain prayer and things. So SKAM has a unique way of pulling people in, and I think it's because of the gurus and how they explain the stuff that's being done in the prayers and why it's being done in a certain way.
So from what I understand and what you guys are telling me now, and I know I share a lot of the journey with your team, in finding yourself in daily life and finding your direction, the foundation that's created by HNBM and SKAM allows you that opportunity to explore, but with your guard up and with being safe and being more wiser and rethinking and not just acting, on decisions and responses and so forth. So, for the way I look at it, if you are a member of the organization in any way, and if you get more involved with the youth group HNBM or the senior group in the SKAM committee, etc., not only do you get the skill to perform basic prayers and things at home, but as a family, you can start to live a better life, a better way of life, because you make more informed decisions. You learn all of the values and so forth and so on that's coming through, right? So, I mean, that's great. I mean, that's phenomenal work, and there's many organizations doing some phenomenal work out there, and I think HNBM and SKAM are right up there. We notice on social media everything that's happening. So, guys, thanks for sharing your time, and it was really insightful, and I'd like to first also apologize to the online viewers. As a non-profit organization, we are very limited with resources and funding, and a lot of what you see here today is the community support, and I must apologize for some of the sound quality. We are coming to you live from the temple, but it's a start, and we aim to get better as we go along. So before we end, I'd like to come back to the team, and Deshania, let's start with you. Do you have some words of encouragement to share for fellow youth out there?
Yes, I do. I would like to say that you guys are living in a world full of challenges and pressure, but you are in charge of your life and you are in charge to shape your own future. Be bold, be brave, trust yourself, and just be great.
Amazing, thank you so much. And I know many youth out in the community and here, which I see, look up to you guys. So keep that going. Ishan, you'd like to add on to that?
Yeah, I would. You don't have to choose between a spiritual life and a modern life. You can live both.
Awesome. The man of balance, Mr. Hishan Padiachi. Shrees, some words of encouragement and inspiration from your side?
Be youth. Go out and enjoy your life, but also be safe. And remember to continue praying, because prayer can carry you a long way.
Excellent. Well, thank you everyone. As you've heard from our youth lead team, most of you might be familiar with them at the temple and out there in the community doing some phenomenal work. Thank you for sharing your time. It's really important that we have these programs and that you engage, and also get your children and the neighbors' children, everybody to join these guys and do good work in the community, learn about themselves. The journey becomes inward, you know, and I think the three of them sitting here today is a reflection of that. So how do we get in touch with the organizations, Tashanya?
We have our two well-developed websites, which is www.scam.co.za and we have www.hnbm.co.za. We also have our two YouTube channels that we are building on every day, which is the Shree Amman Mandir, Lanesha South, and the Narayana Bhajanai Mandiram. We do have our main source of communication, which is our SKAM family group, and you can contact us on youthleadteam@hnbm.co.za.
Thanks, guys, once again for your time, and keep up the phenomenal work that you're doing. I hope you continue to shine and inspire others. And we're looking forward to seeing more content from you soon. So thank you once again. And thanks everybody online. Sri Matre Namaha.
Sri Matre Namaha.